Look at this bottleneck right here. Developers are absolutely destroying their mobile performance, literally sabotaging their own sites by taking this massive, wide desktop menu and violently shoving it into a narrow, vertical screen. It is a complete structural collapse.
It is. You can physically see the layout breaking under the pressure. It's a total trap, and almost everyone is falling for it.
Just compare these two layouts side by side for a second. On the left, map out the standard horizontal top menu. When you squash that onto a mobile device, look at the massive physical space consumption failure. It completely eats the viewport.
Right, it's permanently visible, consuming absolutely crucial vertical space. Whereas on the right, the sidebar flows vertically. It hides by default and only consumes horizontal space when the user actively pulls it onto the screen.
Section 1. The desktop first disaster. Section 2. Mobile first, the only way. I've just pulled up the core definition on the dashboard here. Mobile first design. Building the default CSS for the simplest vertical mobile layout first, before using media queries to scale up.
Exactly. You are establishing the absolute simplest state as your baseline. Think about the physics of it. You stack the blocks vertically first as a solid foundation, then simply let them expand horizontally later when you actually have more screen real estate.
It's just logical gravity. You build from the ground up, not the sky down. And if you map out the logic, the benefits are huge. Step 1, simplicity. We just covered that. But step 2 is where the magic happens, performance. By doing this, you stop mobile browsers from bottlenecking on complex CSS they do not even need to render. Remember, mobile devices are dealing with slower processors and unreliable network speeds.
Yes, the phone is not downloading a massive, complicated desktop style sheet just to hide 90% of it.
Spot on. And step 3, fewer overrides. You are adding layout rules as the screen grows, rather than desperately trying to undo them as it shrinks. Which brings us to section 3, the structural DNA. Despite the visual differences we just saw, both layouts are twins under the hood. If you strip away the paint, you need these core elements. A nav tag is the semantic wrapper, your standard UL and LI tags for the list. Wait, hold on, interrupt for a second. Look at that last bullet point, the accessibility layer. This is where so many sites completely fail. A screen reader will not understand a naked hamburger icon. If you don't have those area labels on your interactive button, you are completely blocking visually impaired users from navigating your site. Absolutely crucial point. The HTML has to be bulletproof before we even touch the design. Section 4, transitioning the viewports. Watch what happens to the layout blocks right when the screen breakpoint hits exactly 768 pixels. Look at this specific column for the media query. See how the layout behaves? The flex direction cleanly snaps from a vertical column straight into a horizontal row. There are no messy code overrides, no complex calculations, it just reflows.
And the positioning shifts seamlessly from a fixed mobile overlay hovering over your content to a static desktop element sitting normally at the top. The hamburger button just vanishes because it is no longer needed. It is incredibly elegant.
Section 5, the silent UX killers. Even if you get this structure right, there is a hidden danger lurking in the code. We need to talk about why most responsive menus out there still feel terribly clunky. Folk, the flash of unstyled content. It's that visually jarring, horrible moment where a messy vertical list of blue links appears on the screen for a split second before the CSS finally loads in. It makes the whole interface look entirely broken. It does. But if you use the mobile-first CSS strategy we just outlined, the default behavior is already a block list. It degrades gracefully, completely preventing that jarring flash. Wait, look closer at the transition property on the right side of the screen here. The broken animation. I've just had a complete realization. They are trying to animate display none to display block.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is a classic mistake.
You literally cannot do that in CSS. The browser just ignores the transition and snaps it onto the screen instantly. If you want that smooth slide-in effect, you have to use cheap CSS animations. Animate the transform property or slide it off screen with left -250 pixels. You cannot animate a display state. Okay, let's wrap this into a rapid-fire professional UX checklist. Keep this on your screen. 1. Prevent Faust with semantic mobile-first HTML. 2. Strictly use cheap CSS animations like left or transform. Never display states. 3. Implement focus trapping so keyboard users do not tab into links hidden behind the menu overlay.
Absolutely essential for accessibility.
And 4. Lock the background scroll using a tiny bit of JavaScript, just setting overflow hidden on the document body when the drawer opens. Actually, pull out your phone right now. Go to your current project, open the mobile menu, and try to swipe up and down. Is your background scrolling whilst your mobile menu is open? If it is, your user experience is fundamentally broken. Go fix your code.